If you never watched the previous video, you have to watch it, okay? We're on question 8. And now I was discussing implicit and explicit costs. I told you, explicit costs are like your costs, like your rent, your cost of sales, the products you buy. But implicit costs are like your opportunity cost. So let's say if the person who opened up the business was before a soccer player and he was earning a salary of $1 million. If you open up this business, that $1 million will be an opportunity cost. So that's how you work out the profits, by subtracting also that $1 million. Very dumb, but yeah, that's how they do it. Now, now the third one, there is no opportunity cost for George in this case. There is an opportunity cost. It is, because he left this job to start up a small business. So the only answer is the second one. So only 2 is correct. The next one, when adding another unit of labor leads to an increase of output. Another way of saying output is products. So when adding another unit of labor, so when adding more people to work, an increase in product that is smaller than the increase in output, that is smaller than the increase in resulted from adding previous units of labor. Okay, so basically you must understand this, right? If you add too much labor or workers in your business, you might not make as lots of products as possible. Okay, if you have 0 workers, you might make 10 products. You put another worker, not 0. If you have like 1 worker, you might make 10 products. 2 workers, 20 products. 3 workers, 40 products. 4 workers, 50 products. But it might get to a point where you have 6 workers and then it goes to 30 products. 7 workers, 10 products. 15 workers, 5 products. So now you're going down in products. Why? Because too much people in your business is bad sometimes. Okay, so you'll have a lot of complications and stuff. So what will this be? It'll be diminishing marginal product, because the product that you're getting out of them, it's slowly coming down. Okay. Now going on to the next one, question 10. Okay. So this is a critical question, right? But if you understand your costs and stuff, you should be able to do this. So the table below shows this. Okay. Now, how do you calculate the wage rate per day? So I'll show you a trick here, right? You see the total cost over here. What is total cost made up of? Total cost is made up of variable costs plus fixed cost. So if you know the fixed cost, you can work out the variable cost here, right? Because the variable cost in a business is only the labor, literally only the labor. So if fixed cost is 20, okay, let's go to here, you add 1, yeah. So if fixed cost over here is 20, what will be the variable cost? So it'll be 45 minus 20, right? 45 minus 20, that is 25. So the total cost of wage is 25, but you want per an hour. So over here, you say 25 divided by, let's see, wait, 25. No, sorry, wage rate per day. So that's right, 25. So the answer should be 25. If you think about it over here too, same. 70 minus 20, that's 50. And what is 50 divided by 2 workers? Because you want each worker, so that's 25. So you'll keep on getting 25 as the answer, so you know that's correct. Now the next one. Now, when you get a diagram like this, you basically need to understand something. What is minimum efficient scale? Keyword minimum. So you're operating at the lowest cost possible. All these are cost graphs. Average total cost. So what will be your average total cost when it's at the minimum? Obviously it's going to be at the lowest point. So which is the lowest point range from here? It's from 60 to 80. 60 to 80, this is the lowest you can get in the graph. So straight away, I'm just going to put 60 to 80. No hassle. Which of the following is false? Straight away I'll say fixed cost decrease in the long run, right? Because think about it. Make an example in your head. Rent, for example. In the long run, your business is going to become bigger and bigger and bigger. You will need more property. You will need more electricity. Okay, You will need more rent. Because now you're making more buildings, you need more property. So it increases fixed cost. So this is false, straight away. Now the next question, question 13. Okay, so you need to understand what they're asking. Now, the keyword is here, perfectly competitive market. If you look at your notes, perfectly competitive market, the marginal revenue. Okay, so what you want you to do is go look at the marginal revenue curve. If you look at the marginal revenue curve, it basically looks like this. A straight line, horizontal line, right? So keep that in mind. So if the marginal revenue is 5 Rand, which of the following statement is true? Okay, so this is price and this is quantity. So if the marginal revenue over here is 5 Rand, right? If the marginal revenue is 5 Rand, technically the price is also 5 Rand, right? The price, which is the market price, is the same as marginal revenue. So marginal revenue is equal to marginal the market price, right? Always, only in competitive. So don't forget that. So that's like a definition you need to just know. So the market price shine is 5 Rand. Now suppose a firm is a competitive market, sells 8 units of output and has a marginal revenue of 8. What will be the firm's total revenue if it instead sold 4 units? Okay, I'm going to draw it. 8 units of output and has marginal revenue of 8 Rand. I ignore 8 units of output because now I'm looking at 4 units of output. So straight away, you need to basically make a drawing, right? So put 0 to 4. 0 products, 1 product, 2 product, 3 product, 4 products. Yeah, that's a 4. Okay. Now they're saying the marginal revenue is 8 Rand. Marginal revenue. So when increasing 1 product, that's the additional sale you get is 8 Rand. So 0 products will obviously have 0 Rand. 1 product will have 8 Rand. But when you launch another product, the marginal revenue is 8 Rand. So you're getting 8 Rand more than the previous one. So here you're getting 16. Here you're getting 8 Rand more, so it's 24. Then here is 32. So this is your final answer, 32. But like you see how it's increasing by 8, increasing by 8. This is your marginal revenue. How this, because this is your sales. So the sales is increasing by 8, the marginal. So that's how it calculates it. So the answer will be 32. Do they have 32? Yes, they have 32. Okay, the next one, a perfectly competitive market. Now, perfectly competitive markets. Now, when you think of perfectly competitive markets, those markets are like your shops, your everyday shops, right? They're selling chips, they're selling water, they're selling chocolates. At the end of the day, they have to make a profit, right? So, where is it? Yeah. Okay, a perfectly competitive market will shut down. Now, this one, you just have to know the definition. Anytime they say shut down, it's only related to perfectly competitive. So, when the market price is less than the firm's average cost, that's when you shut down. So that's just a definition to understand and makes sense, right? The firm's average variable cost, it's below the fixed cost, it's below the total cost. So basically, you're making a loss. So just know, shut down, the market price is lower than the average variable cost. Just know it, okay? Okay, so now you got a graph here, a firm graph. Okay, so what do they want to use a figure? Okay, basically whenever they want you to maximize profit in a graph, on this graph, right? I want you to look at the intersection between marginal cost and marginal revenue. So where they both meet, over here. Straight away when you go over here, you hit the top of the demand curve. And this is your point. So at over here, it's 3 Rand and you're making 20 burgers. So should produce should produce how many? Should produce 20 for 3 Rand. Perfect. So that's how you work on maximization. Okay, so this is a tricky question, right? But I'll show you how to do it. You get your calculators out. Okay, so profit maximization. So similarly how we looked at the last one, the last question, you do the same over here, right? So you want to know where the marginal cost is equal to marginal revenue. So make 10 minus 2q equal to 1 plus qq, because you want to find what the q is, the intersection. Once you get that q, right, that q is the intersection, will be actually the first answer here. So if you work it out, right, you should get q to be 3. Now once you get 3, then you plug it in the demand curve, right, q as 3. So that'll get 17. So the answer is 3 and 17. Okay, and now in the industry, perfectly competitive level output would be. So a perfectly competitive output. Now perfectly competitive markets, they are if the industry in the figure was a perfectly competitive output. Okay, so if it was a perfectly competitive market, so you see this intersection here, they'll operate over here. Because another word for marginal cost is the supply curve, and this is the demand curve. So where supply equals demand, that's over here. So if you look at the questions, let's see. I'll say this answer. Because a monopoly level of output is over here. So you know how we worked it out, marginal revenue equals marginal cost, so it's over here. So from here to over here, you're going 20. Yeah, by 20 units, so that's correct. The next one, which of the following statements is correct? As soon as I see this, in monopoly, price discrimination is possible. It's possible. It means that you charge one price to someone else, one price to your friend, one price to something else, you know. What's the difference between a perfect competition and monopoly? Monopoly is like Econ. Perfect competition is like your normal shop selling chips. So let's see. So looking at it, in a perfect competition, firms can easily, yes, enter the monopoly entry is difficult. Correct. You can't become Econ just like that. But perfect competition like shops, you can easily, you know, go into them. You can easily put a shop on the road, open up a shop on the road, easy. Monopoly composite. Okay, so monopoly competition. Monopolistic competition is like, it's between a monopoly and between perfect competition. So they have some control. So they need product differentiation. That's 100% true. They need to be the best product possible because they have competitors. And it's free entry. That's correct. Monopolistic. Yes, you need it. This is no, it's large sellers. So it's 1 and 2i. So it's 1 and 2i. That's correct. For this one, okay, so looking at it, which one is correct? Let me check, right? So read all this and see. Okay, I think it's A. Because in the long run, all you need to know, a monopolistic competitive will make break even. Yeah, will break even. So you see how here the total cost and the demand curve is both the same over here. That means they're not making profit. So the answer will be that. The firm not will differ from it because the monopoly competition will monopoly competition, it will face a downward demand curve for its product, right? Yes, it will. Definitely will. In oligarchic markets, let's see. Yeah, so these are like your Microsoft, all those people. So there are few firms, right? And the last one, okay, this one is very easy, right? What firm will produce? I told you, you're looking for the maximization of what the firm will produce. Marginal cost equals marginal revenue. It's the intersection, but here it's a break, but no problem. So as soon as you go up to marginal revenue, this is supposed to intersect over here. So you just go from here and up. So this is your answer. So 20 and 30. So 20 price and 30 quantity. So your quantity will be exactly 30 units per day. And we got 100, so everything was correct. Thanks.